Hey ladies, Coach Katie here, and I am so excited. Today's day one. It is time to fire up your metabolism. If you remember, we talked about this the other day. Our metabolism is how our body converts anything into energy so that we can survive. And you want faster metabolism so that you can boost fat faster, boost fat loss faster, and lose weight faster on the scale. Ultimately, our goal is to have metabolic flexibility, meaning that your metabolism is so flexible that no matter what's going on in life, you're overly stressed for a week randomly, or you go on vacation for a week, or you just don't work out for a week because you're sick. No matter what's going on, your metabolism is so flexible that it burns fat in your favor, even though life circumstances have thrown curveballs at you. Today, we're going to talk about firing up your metabolism. Before you get metabolic flexibility, we have to get metabolism going in the right direction and boost it. All right, so I hope you're feeling amazing today and ready to take on day one. Today is the biggest part of your metabolism, and it's your diet. Today's message is a long one, so stick with me, okay? Today is a really great day to invite a friend to the challenge. You have a link here at the bottom of the email that came to you or the message in the app, and you can just go ahead and send that link to a friend and get them joining along with you so that you're not alone doing this. And my goal is to make this as simple and easy to follow as possible and give you the strategies that will work no matter what nutrition philosophy you follow. If you're vegan, if you're vegetarian, if you like paleo, if you like to eat just whole foods, whatever it is, no matter what nutrition philosophy you follow, everyone has a metabolism. Everyone needs to eat the right amount of foods at the right time of day in order to boost fat loss faster. Doesn't matter what you eat. You could eat it doesn't matter what diet you eat. Everybody's got a metabolism. We'll just start with that. All right, this will work for you if you want to lose fat and lose weight. If you have to eat a little less fuel than you burn. If you eat too little, what happens is your metabolism slows down. Think about building your house on top of sand. If you built your house on top of sand, you might get the base down, you might get a wall or two up, but it's going to eventually crumble down on you because you don't have a firm layer to build it on top of. When you don't build your metabolism on top of a firm layer, what happens is it starts to crumble down. That's the quick fixes that I used to do for years. I had no idea how horribly I was wrecking my metabolism. Every single time that I built my house and tried to lose 10 pounds, it would crumble right back down and I would gain the 10 pounds back even faster to a point where I just had to stop doing it because I kept hitting plateaus no matter what I did. All right, today, make sure that you've read through your Metabolic Jumpstart Guide. It's in that thank you page in the very beginning, and I did that video on it. If you haven't read through it, the link to the guide is in the email or in your messages in the app today. Your goal is to eat clean, whole foods, a diet that's low in sugar and processed foods that contains a variety of macronutrients. What's good for your overall health is also good for your metabolism. Just something to keep in mind. A lot of people don't realize that gut health is directly related to metabolism. If you have poor gut health, meaning that you have IBS or you're bloated all the time or you're unable to go to the bathroom at least once a day is important. If you're unable to do that, or other signs of poor gut health are a lot of hormone related things like forgetting what you're doing as you're doing it, or brain fog in general, needing another cup of coffee in the afternoon to get through the day, night sweats, or feeling just lethargic all the time, feeling always hot or always cold, or just inability to lose weight in general. Those are all signs of imbalanced hormones that are directly also related to improper gut health, meaning that your body is trying to live off of processed foods, but it doesn't like it. So it's creating this imbalance in hormones. And instead of actually just doing the hard work, which eating clean most of the time is what we need to do, we go to the doctor, we try to get hormone replacement therapy, we get all these blood tests done, wondering if I have an under or overreactive thyroid, what's going on, something hormonally doesn't feel right. It all comes down to gut health. So if we change the ways that we're eating and we eat different types of food at the right time of day, then we see this whole beautiful piece of the puzzle fit into place. We no longer have brain fog. Our skin clears up. We have insane energy. We don't need an alarm anymore. We just wake up at whatever time we're supposed to wake up because we are ready to tackle the day. That's what happens when we get all of the three. It's the trinity of good gut health, balanced hormones, and boosted metabolism. And it starts today with diet. So you have the recipe guide. Hopefully you set aside some time to cook this last weekend. If you haven't, that's okay. You can cook tonight. Get those groceries. I love ordering on Instacart and then having them delivered to me because I don't have time to go get groceries. But what we're going to talk about today is one major macronutrient. If you haven't heard of macros before, most of us have, and I'm guessing you might be someone that even heard of macros and you tried them, but it was too hard. Yes, macro math is hard. It's all these like numbers and what's happening. All right, today we're just going to talk about protein. The three macronutrients are proteins, carbs, and fats. And I love this little analogy that I'm going to tell you. A lot of us have tried keto. We've tried to go low carb because we've heard that's what we're supposed to do. You've also now heard the secret sauce to boosting metabolism is by building lean and toned muscle. How do we do that? We do it by eating enough protein, and we do that by strength training. Today, we're just talking about protein. How does the protein actually build lean muscle? That's the big picture question. Protein has to get to your bloodstream to build muscle somehow. And the way it gets there is with this little analogy that you can tell to a 5-year-old and they'll understand it. There's a car driving down the street. This car is driven by carbs. I'm talking rice, sweet potatoes, lentils, beans, healthy, good carbs, fruit. These carbs, not talking ice cream carbs, not talking pizza carbs, okay? Talking or carbohydrates that are sitting in this car, driving it down the street, and it says to the protein that's on the side of the street hitchhiking, the protein's over here like, hey, pick me up. The carb car says, hop in, protein. The carb car starts driving the protein to the bloodstream. That is how the protein gets dropped off in order to build lean muscle. Carbs are very important. You're just needing to eat them with protein, because if you have a carb car driving around the street and there's no protein to get in the carb car, the carb car is going to just drive around for hours storing fat. That's what happens when we just eat handfuls of chips without protein to go with the chips. There's no protein for those carbs to now transport, so now they're storing fat. We have to make sure that we have protein with our carbohydrates. So just some very simple, easy ways to remember that carbs are actually good, but they're good in the right context when they're eaten with protein and for the purpose of fueling your body to build lean muscle. So today, protein. Protein's going to help you burn more calories. It's going to help you stay full between meals and help your body keep your vulnerable muscle as you lose weight. It's definitely worth making sure that you get enough of it. Here's a quick list of high protein foods. Yogurt, Greek yogurt specifically, look for plain without added sugar. Eggs, lean animal proteins, legumes, other plant-based sources like tofu, tempeh. Exactly how much protein should you eat and what kinds will depend on your weight, your lifestyle, and your goals. A very good bottom line is 1 gram per pound of goal body weight. Now, if you're someone who's trying to build extra muscle, you might need to eat more protein than that. Protein tip number 1, studies show that you get the most bang for your buck if you spread out your intake throughout the day. That's why the meal plan is written for 3 meals per day. And you can do that by adding protein-rich foods at each meal. Because ultimately you're not going to want to track in an app. And if you chose the path of not tracking in the app right now, that's totally fine. You have to have a way to track it somehow. A palm size of protein, my palm fits my body. A palm size of protein is roughly 30 grams of protein. Your palm size of protein is going to be roughly 30 grams for your size. So a palm size is a good serving size. It's somewhere between 20 to 30 grams. Okay. Many in my email right now. So I'm reading you some things, and I will do this with every video that I've typed out for you, and then kind of just telling you some other things too. Many protein sources have added benefits like probiotics and additional vitamins and minerals. They can be stirred into a smoothie with a protein supplement like whey protein or casein. They can be stirred into a smoothie for breakfast or a snack throughout the day. My favorite whey protein I sent you a link to in email. This one is clean, doesn't cause tummy aches. I've never had a client say anything negative about it unless they have a sensitivity to whey, and then you can choose a vegan option. But my favorite casein, also ladies say this is so yummy. I put the link in there. The two differences in whey and casein. Whey is fast reacting, should be had after you work out. So if you do a workout, immediately afterwards, have a scoop of whey protein and water. It helps that protein get to the bloodstream faster. Casein is a slow digestive protein, meaning that your body digests it slowly over time. It can act as a really good meal replacement in a smoothie or right before bed, and it helps keep metabolism boosted long term. Eventually, you're going to get to a place where you're having both. And right now, we're just going to add in either whey or casein for the first week so that you can start boosting metabolism and getting enough protein with just one of them. Doing it too fast, both kinds right away, might hurt your tummy just because you're not used to it. You're not used to as much protein. You might not be able to go to the bathroom very well if you have too much protein right away. So wherever you're at right now with protein, just add in 10% more this week. I personally try to make sure I get a good dose of protein in my first meal of the day because it keeps me feeling full until lunchtime and beyond. When I don't get enough, it makes me want to snack for the rest of the day. Your action items today. Step 1, eat 1 protein-rich food at each meal today. And then step number 2, post a picture with one of your meals in the 5-day challenge group in the app. Step number 3, watch day 1 video. That's this video. Step number 4, watch the progressive overload training video, which is in the app today as well. And that talks about workouts. Optional steps, watch the reverse dieting video if you think that you're under eating. So if you watched my welcome video, I said that your goal should be somewhere between 1,550 and 1,700 calories. Some of us should even be more than 1,700 calories without coaching you directly. I don't know, but a good ballpark is 1,550 to 1,700. If you're not close to that and you've been under eating for a long time, like 1,000 to 1,200 calories because a nutritionist told you to, or you just thought that's what you were supposed to do, you need to do what's called reverse dieting. There's a video training in the app teaching you about reverse dieting. It's the whole philosophy of increasing your food 10% over time in order to finally hit that mark where your body loves it and it starts burning fat. I share more about it in that video, so go check it out in the app today. And then, as always, if you have any questions, I'm here for you. Drop a question in the group in the app, and I will get to it as soon as I can. Otherwise, make it an amazing day. And again, fitness is way better with friends. If you have someone that you want to send this to, you can grab a friend now, send them this link. And I can't wait to see what you do tomorrow. All right, we'll see you then.